defense date of October 24th, 2022. Mr. Schmidt appeared with his attorney on January 5th, 2023, and entered a plea of guilty to the reduced count of operating while visibly impaired. As is this court's policy, the matter was referred to probation for an interview and the development of a sentence recommendation. The court has had the opportunity to review that assessment in its entirety, the police report, driving record, and criminal history. Mr. Bolahanas, what would you like to say on behalf of your client, sir?
First of all, there's no additions, corrections, or deletions to the PSI, Your Honor. I'd ask the court to adopt the PSI. I would note that Mr. Schmidt has no priors. He's been in therapy for some time. He's been attending therapy on a weekly basis, and he's been going to AA twice per week, and he's provided documentation of that to the probation officer. And his therapist has written a letter indicating his confidence in Mr. Schmidt remaining sober. So I'd ask the court to adopt the probation recommendation. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. The court did take the opportunity to review the letter from Spencer Potesta. The concern was that Mr. Schmidt started working with them in May of 2022, and the date of offense in this case was afterwards in October of 2022. But the court appreciates that Mr. Schmidt has recognized that he has an issue, and he has started to address that. And his therapist seems confident that he is on the right track. The court will adopt the recommendation from Stephen Hicks of the Probation Department and not place Mr. Schmidt on probation at this time, but will impose the following. There'll be a fine of $300, cost of $200. There's $75 mandatory crime victims fee, $50 mandatory state cost, $20 fund fee, $125 in restitution due to Van Buren Township. That is a total of $770.
He's prepared to pay that today, Your Honor, via online.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bolahanas. Anything else in this case?
No, Your Honor.
Good luck to you, Mr. Schmidt. You have a good day, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll assist him with indicating how to pay the fines online, Your Honor.
I'm sorry. Thank you, Mr. Bolahanas.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. You and your staff have a
Have a
great
good
day.
day. Thank you. Mr. Mascora? Mascareira? Sir, yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
You are in the wrong courtroom, sir.
I need translator, please.
Sí,
I'm sorry?
un traductor, ella se llama Inés Ucros, ¿ok?
Okay, muchas gracias.
Gracias, bye bye.
Bye.
Sir,
Sí, yes, sir.
you're in the wrong courtroom.
I need translator, please. Speak Spanish.
No.
Ay, yes.
Does anybody in the building speak Spanish?
Speak Spanish, please.
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
I don't think so either. He's supposed to be on Al's docket. And there was a request for a Spanish interpreter. Shannon, would you do me the favor, please?
Yep.
Would you call either Al or Mariah and see if the Spanish interpreter is over on his docket? So we
Okay.
can get this man where he's supposed to be. Thank you. Mr. Bitar, did you need to speak to Mr. Thompson?
Good morning, Your Honor. No, I do not. We are ready.
Give me just one quick second. This is 220113 SM. This is State of Michigan versus Alan Edward Thompson. May I have your appearance, please?
Daniel Bitar on behalf of Alan Thompson, Your Honor.
Mr. Thompson, unmute yourself and state your name for the record, please, sir.
Alan Thompson.
Thank you. Today is the day and time for sentencing in this matter. Mr. Thompson was charged with domestic violence with a second offense notice back on February 12, 2022. The court referred the matter to the probation department for a interview and the development of a sentence recommendation. Mr. Thompson failed to appear for the original interview. This file went into warrant status. That status was canceled on January 20th, 2023. He submitted to the interview. The court has received from the probation department a recommendation for a sentence in this matter, along with the police report, the criminal history, the driving record, and a statement from Ms. Thompson. Mr. Bitar, are you prepared to proceed with sentencing this morning?
No, I am not, Your Honor. The reason I am not is I am making a motion to withdraw. There's been a breakdown in the attorney-client relationship. I believe Mr. Thompson would either like a new attorney or would like to represent himself.
I just want to get this settled. It doesn't matter who represents it, just phone keeps falling, sorry. It doesn't matter who does it, it's just get it over with. I've been sick. I haven't had my meds for a while, and I just want to get it over with.
Well, Mr. Thompson, let's start with the part where Mr. Bitar has made a motion to withdraw. Do you have any objection, excuse me, to his withdrawing from this matter?
Yes, I do. He is a very good attorney. He represented me to the best of his ability as far as I can tell, and I would appreciate it if he would stay on board and let's get this finalized.
Mr. Thompson, the court cannot make an attorney stay on a case where he's indicated to the court that there's been a breakdown of the relationship. Mr. Bitar, if it is your desire to withdraw from the case, the court will grant your motion.
It is my, that is my desire, Your Honor. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I wish the best to Mr. Thompson.
Thank you. Mr. Thompson, what we can do is reschedule your sentencing and get another attorney assigned. If you wish to proceed on your own this morning, that is your absolute right.
I've never been through this before, Your Honor. I don't know what I'm doing here.
So then.
I know that they want to request Counseling and stuff. I've been through counseling. I finished my counseling. I've had counseling since this has started. There's just been, a breakdown in everything that has to do with my family, my marriage. I don't know what to do. I just want to get the probation over and I want to leave the state of Michigan and I just want to live my life happily. That's all I want to do. I don't want
I
to
understand,
prolong anything else.
I understand, Mr. Thompson, and I remember the trial we had in this matter. If, again, if you want to wait until this court's next probation date, we can adjourn the matter and have you speak to the attorney we have assigned on that date. You tell me how you want to proceed, sir. I'm here. I've reviewed the recommendation from the probation department.
Can I talk to a different attorney, please?
Okay. So, Mr. Thompson, for that reason, we will have to adjourn the case because there's no one here. I don't have my calendar, but we will get you. Shannon, do you have a date for Mr. Thompson?
The next date that we have right now is March 27th.
Pen? March 27th, I got it. What time? Same time?
She's checking to see if there's something else scheduled, sir. Hold on.
Your Honor, that docket, I apologize, is pretty full. Did you still want me to schedule him on that date or give him the next date?
Would you please, so he can get his matter wrapped up?
We could do 10:10. It would be a next available, or 10:15.
Let's say 10:15 on March the 27th. And I made an indication in the file that you need to speak to an attorney, Mr. Thompson, so they can go over the recommendations from probation department with you again and set the expectations.
Okay.
Okay? Anything
Yes,
else
ma'am.
this morning, Mr. Thompson?
No, ma'am. Have a
Good
great
luck
day,
to you, sir.
ma'am.
I'll see you you too. I'll see you in a few weeks.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Any luck with Al, Mariah, or an interpreter?
Yes, the interpreter is in the process of contacting him to get him into Al's courtroom.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shannon.
You're welcome.
You're free to leave, Mr. Thompson.
I'm trying.
That's okay. Oh, he figured it out. Shannon, I don't see anything scheduled until 9 o'clock, so I'll step off so I can do some other things. When Mr. Jadala appears, I'll come back out. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Your name, please?
Daniel Can.
Thank you.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Do you need to speak to him, Mr. Jadala?
I've already spoken to him. We're ready when you are, Judge.
Give me a few moments. Thank you.
No problem.
This is 210337 OD. This is City of Romulus versus Daniel Can. May I have your appearances, please?
Respectfully, Your Honor, Samuel Jadala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. Can for today's sentencing. Mr. Can, would you say your name for the court, please?
Daniel Can.
Thank you.
Your
As
Honor,
indicated, I'm sorry, go ahead, Mr.
I'm sorry.
Jadala.
Today's the day and time set for sentencing. I've had the opportunity to review this pre-sentence report as well as the recommendations with my client. There are no errors, omissions, corrections, or deletions. We respectfully request that you adopt the recommendations, and Mr. Can has every intention of following all those recommendations in the allotted time.
Thank you, Mr. Jadala. The court. Mr. Can was before the court for an incident that arose on January 21st, 2021, at which time he was charged with operating with any presence of drugs. He appeared before this court on December 15, 2022, and entered a plea of guilty to the reduced charge of operating while visibly impaired. As is this court's policy, he was referred to the probation department for interview and development of a sentence recommendation. The court has received it, reviewed in its entirety, along with the note from Mr. Can, the police report, the driving record, and the criminal history. And will adopt the recommendation of Stephen Hicks of this court's probation department. Place Mr. Can on 6 months of probation with the oversight costs of $240, assess a fine of $100, cost of $100, $75 crime victim fee, $50 mandatory state cost, $20 fund fee, $200 in restitution to the city of Romulus, 24 hours of community service to be completed at a nonprofit within those 6 months of probation. Mr. Can, if you don't already have a relationship with a nonprofit where you can do that community service, you can reach out to the probation department and they will assist you in getting connected to such an agency. Complete substance abuse education program or engage in substance abuse treatment beginning within 30 days of today's date. Follow all recommendations of that treatment program and provide documentation to the probation department as directed. You will not purchase, possess, consume alcoholic beverages or controlled substances without the court's approval and will submit to random testing a minimum of 2 times per month with ETG or as directed by probation. Have your fingerprints taken at the Romulus Police Department within 30 days of today's date and provide documentation of that to the probation department. You will make regular monthly payments of the fines, costs, and oversight fees in this matter, which total $785. Your file will be downstairs with probation shortly. They will be in communication with you to help establish that payment plan, assist you if you need assistance with getting connected to a nonprofit for your community service, and provide any guidance that you need with your substance abuse education program. Mr. Can, the court's hope is that you are successful with probation and would ask that if you need anything over the next 6 months, that you do not hesitate to reach out to probation and indicate to them what help it is that you need. I'd rather you ask for their assistance than return before this court to explain why you have failed to do any of the things that you've been ordered to do this morning. Understood?
Understood.
Any questions in this
No.
matter, Mr. Jadala? Thank you.
Nothing
That
further, Judge.
concludes
Thank
this
you.
matter. Thank you. Mr. Can, good luck to you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Can, you're free to go, sir.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Jadala, do you need to speak to Ms. Williams?
So it matters.
I'm sorry, Judge. Did you ask me something?
I did, sir. I asked that you need to speak to Ms. Williams.
One more time, Judge. I'm sorry.
Do you need to speak to Ms. Williams?
Yes, Judge, I do. Could you put her in a breakout room? I'm
Thank
sorry.
you. Yes, sir. Mr. Jadala, or if you're on another matter, I don't want to take you away from that.
I'm good now. I'm good right now, Judge. And I just
Okay,
wanted to let you know,
thank you.
Ms. Williams' camera isn't working, but she is available. She can hear us.
Thank you. This is 220-670 OM. This is City of Romulus versus Pravetta Williams. May I have your appearances, please?
Respectfully, Your Honor, Sam Jadala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Ms. Williams. Ms. Williams, would you please say your name for the court?
Vetta Williams.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for sentencing in this matter.
Yes,
This
Your
was
Honor. Your Honor,
an
if this
assault and
court,
battery from September of 2022. I'm sorry, Mr. Jadala, go ahead.
Your Honor, if this court would recall, this is sentencing after a bench trial where this court found her guilty on all 3 counts of assault and battery. Your Honor, at this time, I've gone over the pre-sentence report and the recommendation with my client. There are no errors, omissions, corrections, or deletions. Your Honor, at this time, she respectfully lets this court know that she intends on complying with all recommendations made by probation. Your Honor, she's currently off of work due to a metal plate in her lower back, but she expects to return hopefully within the next by April 1st. By April 1st, in order to try to begin to make all these payments and make monthly payments as recommended.
Thank you. This court has had an opportunity to review the recommendation made by Stephen Hicks of this court's probation department, review the police report, Ms. Williams' criminal history or driving record, and the statements from one of the victims in this case. And this court has a clear memory of the testimony from trial in this matter and will adopt the recommendations of Mr. Hicks. The court's concern is that this is Ms. Williams' 3rd assault and battery case in the last 13 years. The court will place Ms. Williams on 12 months of probation with the associated oversight fees of $480. Will assess a fine of $100 and cost of $100 for each count. Crime victims fee is $75. There are mandatory state costs of $50 per count, $20 fund fee, restitution to the city of Romulus of $150. Ms. Williams is to complete 24 hours of community service at a nonprofit organization and provide documentation to the probation department. Ms. Williams, if you do not already have a relationship with a nonprofit, you may contact this court's probation department to provide a list of possible places to do that community service, ma'am. You will complete an anger management program beginning within 30 days of today's date and provide documentation to the probation department as directed and requested. I heard Mr. Jadala indicate that you were off of work due to a medical problem. So if you're unable to start the anger management, program because of being off of work, please be in communication with probation regarding the need to adjust that 30 days time.
Okay.
There was paragraph 8 about not purchasing alcoholic beverages or controlled substances. The court will not impose that in as much as alcohol did not play any role in the offense. And there was no indication that was the issue. Ms. Williams, you are to resolve all outstanding warrants that you may have with any other courts and provide documentation to the probation department within 30 days. There was a request for restitution from Ms. Rankin in the amount of $19.85, but no documentation to support such a claim. So the court will not impose restitution at this time, but that matter of restitution may be brought up or restitution may be requested by any of the victims at a future date. As indicated by Mr. Jadala, Ms. Williams, you are to make regular monthly payments on the fines and costs assessed in this matter, which will total $1,515. Ma'am, the court hopes that you are successful in probation, would ask that if you have any issues completing any of the orders of the court, that you reach out to the probation department for assistance and guidance as needed, okay?
Okay.
Anything else, Mr. Jadala?
Nothing further, Judge.
Thank you. That concludes this matter. Good luck to you, Ms. Williams. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Hannah, I'm sorry, Miranda.
Yes.
They gave you the wrong Zoom ID. A new notice was mailed out on the 27th, but it may not have reached you. If you have pen and paper handy, I can give you the correct Zoom ID.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that still for today? Do you know?
It is for today at 9:30, but it's not with me. It's with
Okay.
Alan Hinman.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Thank you.
Thank you. I need pen. All right, I'm ready.
It is 818
Okay.
664
All right.
4398.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, hon. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Good morning, Mr. Hadley.
Good morning, Your Honor.
I have not seen anyone from the show cause docket as of yet.
Looks like I've got 3 show causes and then a 10 o'clock sentencing.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Sam? Do you know if Good morning, Mr. Nickel.
Oh,
Sir, there is a court-appointed attorney available to speak to you this morning. Would you like to speak to him regarding the show cause that brought you here today?
I would.
You will see an invitation to join Mr. Hadley in the meeting room here shortly. Please go there to discuss the matter with him, okay? Mr. Hadley,
Yes, Your Honor.
were you ready with Mr. Nickel?
I am. I don't have any
Oh,
host capabilities. I can't move anybody.
let me fix you. Yes, he did not come out. Let me Fix these things. Okay.
There we go. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. This is 194496 SM. This is State of Michigan versus Ronald Nickel. May I have your appearance, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Josh Hadley appearing on behalf of probationer, Mr. Ronald Nickel. Mr. Nickel, please state your name for the court.
Ronald M. Nickel.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for show cause in this matter. Mr. Nickel, you were sentenced back on March 4th, 2020. The report that the court has received from Anthony Grant of the probation department is that you have been non-compliant with treatment or education programming, work program, and making payments that are due to the court. The balance is now $1,219. Mr. Hadley, how are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, we are in agreement with the court. We'll enter a plea of responsible as the probation violations here, and would like to just kind of address the court in a way of coming up with a solution.
Yes, sir.
First point we would ask, Your Honor, is Mr. Nickel has been participating, it sounds like, with some anger management courses over about the past 5 months. He acknowledges that he has not got any paperwork over to Mr. Grant, but he is going through anger management with the VA. So we would ask, again, I explained to him he needs to forward all this information to Mr. Grant. Fines and costs, we were hopefully humbly asking this court if there might be a chance we can convert those into community service. Mr. Nichols indicated financially he's got some difficulties at this point in time making payments. He wants to make payments again, but again, we were hoping we might be able to chip away in lieu of fines and costs and do some community service. As far as the work program, I don't know the details of what he needs to do with Mr. Grant as that, but he has acknowledged and states that he's ready to move forward, do what needs to be done, and is willing to be a compliant probationer.
Thank you. Mr. Grant?
I did speak to Mr. Nichols, maybe close to a month ago. The work program is obviously no longer part of our resources here. I did suggest to him to start some community service during this month, and while waiting for this court date, I haven't received any information, any contact from Mr. Nichols since then. He states that he's started anger management. Again, I haven't received any documentation on that either.
Thank you. Mr. Haley, the court heard the indication that Mr. Nickel is responsible for the violations. Accepts that plea of responsible and will order that he produce proof of the anger management program through the VA and allow the conversion of fines and costs Well, let me stop for a second. Mr. Nickel, have you done any community service following your conversation with Mr. Grant 30 days ago?
I haven't started it yet. I haven't gotten on the community service program, but there is I have been in a recovery program that I have donated some time to.
I'm sorry, sir. Are you actively involved in a recovery program?
Yes, I am recovery, as well as I have helped others in their recovery.
Mr. Nichol, what this court will do is allow 30 days again for you to provide proof of your anger management, of your participation in anger management program with the VA. And during that 30 days time, you are also to start community service. The court will convert, I think the conversion rate is $20 per hour community service. Mr. Grant, is that accurate or is it $15?
I am actually not sure. Is Miss Rapp on here? No, she's
She
not.
is.
Oh,
Sorry, I didn't catch the question.
Community service in lieu of payment of fines and costs is the conversion, $15 or $20 per hour?
$15 per hour.
15.
All right. Let's,
And we, Mr.
it was
Nichol, what the court will
1219.
actually do is have you come back for review in 30 days. Ms. Rapp has that an April date. I keep forgetting to grab the calendar, Ms. Rapp, I'm sorry.
Give me
Your
one-
Honor, we could do April 3rd, or we could push it back to April 17th.
Let's say April the 17th. Thank you, Mr. Grant. April 17, 2023 at
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to.
that's okay.
You could do 9:30, Your Honor.
At
Thank you.
9:30, thank you, Ms. Rapp. April the 17th at 9:30 a.m. back here on Zoom, back in number 1 for review, Mr. Nichol. And if at that time you have not submitted the documentation to show that you are actively involved in anger management program and completed hours of community service for conversion to reduce your fines and costs to the court will find you to be in continuing violation of the terms of your sentence, and you will be subject to more severe consequences for failure to be compliant, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Notice will be mailed to you at the same address as the notice for today's hearing.
Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Hadley?
No, Your Honor, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Mr. Nichol, good luck to you, sir. You're free to go. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. You too.
Thank you. Mr. Johnson, do you need to speak to Ms. Gilbert?
Got to, yeah.
No, sir, not you. I'm talking to Attorney Johnson. My apologies.
My apologies.
Good morning, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. No, I don't. So we can just go forward.
Thank you. This is 220811FY. This is State of Michigan versus Shannon Gilbert. May I have your appearance, please?
Shannon Gilbert.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court, Dwayne Johnson, P41842, on behalf of Shannon Gilbert, who is present.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for sentencing in this matter. Ms. Gilbert was before the court for an uttering and publishing allegation from December 12, 2022 out of Van Buren Township. She appeared before this court on December 28, 2022 and entered a plea to the reduced count of being in possession of drug paraphernalia. The felony was reduced to a misdemeanor. The court asked the probation department to schedule this matter for sentencing. Mr. Johnson, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of your client before sentence is imposed in this matter?
We're just asking that. One thing, I did not get a recommendation from the probation department.
There was not a recommendation requested.
Oh, okay. Well, we just asked that if you could, I don't know if probation is needed, if she can just continue on and go forward with the cases.
Mr. Johnson, the court was not going to place Ms. Gilbert on probation. We're just going to assess fines and costs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Right. And
there anything-
can we limit the cost? I don't know that she's working right now. If we can limit the cost, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Was there anything else you'd like to say on behalf of your client, sir?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. The court will impose a fine of $500, cost of $100, their $75 crime victims fee, $50 mandatory state costs, and $20 fund fee. That is a total of $745.
Can she
Ms.
have?
Gilbert, what you are to do is contact this court's collection department to set up a payment plan in this matter. You have 30 days to make your first payment. You can go online to the court's website. There's a drop-down contact us where you can submit a request for a payment plan. You can call the court's collection department, or you can come in person and set a payment plan. Understood?
Understood.
Thank you. Anything else, Mr. Johnson?
No, that's it, Your Honor.
Thank you. Good luck to you, Ms. Gilbert. You have a good day.
Thank you. You also.
Thank you. Donovan Long Johnson. Donovan Long Johnson. Whatever happened with your, Mr. Hadley, you had a case that you had, it was an interesting, what was it?
The strict liability on the fighting offense.
Yes, hold on 1 second. Mr. Long Johnson,
Yes.
you are in the wrong courtroom. They noticed you to appear with me. You're actually to appear with Al Hinman.
You're
I
not
can
Judge
give you the
Martin?
Zoom. I am Judge Martin, dear, but you are not scheduled with me this morning. There was a notice sent to you in error. You were supposed to be with Al Hinman. I can give you that Zoom ID, or if you log in from the court's website, you can go to his, click for access to his courtroom or hearings room from the court website. Do you want the Zoom ID?
Oh, okay. I might got it for
818-664. Do you see that Zoom ID number at the top right-hand side of that page, of that notice?
yeah.
Okay,
So right.
so go there with him. Have a good day, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. So I received a call on Friday, Mr. Hadley, that there were notices that would have the wrong people here. So I'm trying to be mindful of getting, so the strict liability with the fighting, what happened?
I'm waiting to see the Mr. Long Johnson pop up in the other one. I've got one individual arraignment I've been waiting to do with magistrate. And I was just realizing, like, wait a minute. So crazy enough, I set it for jury trial. The prosecutor conceded the fact that I was going to get the jury instruction for self-defense. And as soon as we set it for the jury trial, the judge up in Lapeer came up with a plan where she would adjourn the case for 3 months. And if my client wasn't arrested during that 3-month period, the prosecutor had agreed to dismiss. It sounded like a whole bunch to do to just dismiss a case, but I don't know. I mean, again, the argument was, sorry.
That's okay, because we're just chatting. Mr. Hadley, if you need to get over there, it's fine.
No, there's nobody over there still. But yeah, the prosecutor conceded it that, yeah, you know, I don't think anybody can really with a straight face argue that you have to stand there and let somebody walk up and slug you in the face.
Oh,
But you know, you'll see me get those city ordinances every now and again, right? Right, I latch on. Does he hear it?
I don't know who this is that's not looking.
Sir,
no
can you
audio.
hear us?
He has no audio.
Oh,
That's why I'm hoping he looks down at his phone or tablet.
oh.
Ms. Davidson, I'll remove. Mohammadi, Azula, yes. Mr. Mohammadi is waiting for the.
Oh, he's gonna fall asleep, Mr. Hadley.
Ay.
I'm always convinced if I put somebody out, and keep bringing them back in, they'll pay attention long enough to get connected.
I'm wondering if that's Mr. Barney.
I believe it is.
Let me try calling
We're
him
gonna
real
keep
quick.
trying. Okay.
Let's see if I can find his info here in the ROA.
Do you need the number that we have on?
I think, do you have a 251 area code?
Yes.
Oh, nope, he's got it.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, maybe, maybe not.
Magistrate, we're ready on Zion, scheduled
Mm-mm.
8:40.
I know. Because you have to connect the audio.
Yes, I've spoken with opposing counsel, and we expect a resolution for the defendant. Responsible for the party. Mohammed, take care.
Good morning, Ms. Dodds.
Good morning.
Anyone in that? Stepping away.
Mr. Hadley, or would you please try to give him a call? His audio has
Yeah.
started connecting and then it stopped.
Let me try real quick.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry about the technical issues. Are you the interpreter here for Mr. Mohammadi? That's correct. Yes. My name is Nadia and I'm the interpreter. Can you ask Mr. if he would like to have
please leave your message for 25132888149.
Hey, Mr. Barney, this is Attorney Josh Hadley, the 34th District Court. Trying to get in touch with you. We can see you, but no one can hear you. So if you could try logging back out, logging back in, connecting with your audio, it'd be a great help. Hi, is this Mr. Barney?
Yes, it is.
Hey, this is the attorney. Can you see me on the screen here? We can all see you, but you're not connected to the audio.
I hit the connect audio button 10 minutes ago.
Okay, do you have another device or something else you can try logging into? Because yeah, we can see you on there, but no one can hear you. Or maybe try calling. Can you try calling in?
Call in to what number do I call it to?
So I'm looking for the number right now. 1 second, sir.
Yeah, I'm connected. My phone and audio connected with it. It popped up on the screen, connect audio, and I connected. Oh, I understand. I didn't have this problem the last time we had court.
It's without being able to see what you're looking on your end. I'm not sure what the holdup here is either. Your Honor, I'm looking for the phone number to have Mr. Barney log in. I'm not sure if you can hear his end of the call. But he
I heard
indicated,
what he just said to you.
yeah, he seems to think, or he seems to say that from his end, it looks like he's connected with audio.
It was starting to connect and didn't finish.
Okay.
So if he wants to try it again,
Mr. Barney, the judge is saying that she could see your audio start to connect. Why don't you try hopping back on and logging back in again?
Okay.
And then try connecting the audio. If that doesn't work, do we have a number that he can call if he can't do it via Zoom, or he needs to be able to do it on Zoom, doesn't he?
I don't know that number, but we have,
I
think Andy must have it because she unmuted herself.
I do have it if you'd like it.
Okay.
Yes,
Mr.
please.
Barney, I'm going to give you a phone number to use as plan B. So if you're not able to connect on the audio, I want you to call this phone number. Can you write it down for me?
I'm ready.
Okay. Andy, we're ready when you are.
646
646
876
876
9923.
9923.
And then
Thank
he
you,
will
Andy.
need to put in Judge Martin's meeting ID after he calls the number.
And then he'll have to enter Judge Martin's Zoom ID, you said, after he calls that number?
Correct.
Okay. I'll instruct him. Hopefully he can just join with audio.
Andy,
Gonna
did
try it
Sona
again.
respond to your email about Mr. Long?
I don't think so.
I'm sorry, Mr. King.
Yes, so
Okay.
Sona let us know that it's actually a different prosecutor that will be handling the case moving forward. But it sounds like for today, Sona is able to appear. I did reach out to the NDS attorney that's assigned to Mr. King. I haven't been able to reach her. Her name is Attorney Emily New. So I did go ahead and
Okay.
send the information to MIDC, Dan Batar, and he's going to be appearing. They should be on at 10, and I can throw them in a breakout room.
Thanks, Andy.
Thank you.
Good morning, Wayne County. Mr. Haley, did you need to speak to Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me get you into a breakout room with him. I'll send you back I'll send him where you were before. Okay. I see your chat, Andy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Judge Martin.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I am wonderful. Andy is just handing me the file for Mr. King, and then Ms. Dodds is here for the Gonzalez sentencing. Do you need to speak to her?
No, we've already spoken.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you, ma'am. Mr. Hadley?
We are prepared to move forward on sentencing with Mr. Anthony Gonzalez. Whenever the court is ready, I think we got, oh, there's Sona. Morning, Sona.
Good morning.
We're just waiting for him to pop. Let me get him back out. And
He
Mr.
may-
Barney came back and he's still not connected to audio, so. And he
Mr.
has
Wa-
done so successfully before. These are 210626 SM, 220695 SM, and 220693 SM. These are all State of Michigan versus Anthony Gonzalez. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Sona Movsisian on behalf of the people, P83923.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Josh Hadley appearing on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Anthony Gonzalez, who's appearing via Zoom from the Wayne County Jail. Mr. Gonzalez, can you please state your name for the court?
Anthony Gonzalez.
Thank you. These matters were scheduled for sentencing today. Mr. Gonzalez was charged with an offense date of November 5th, 2020 from Huron Township for malicious use of a telecommunications service. August 4th, 2022, again out of Huron Township for domestic violence. And October 7th, 2022, out of Huron Township for breaking and entering illegal entry. Mr. Gonzalez appeared before this court on February 14, 2023, and entered pleas of guilty in these matters. The court referred the matters to probation for the probation department to interview him, develop a sentence recommendation, and to send notice to the complainant in these three cases, Ms. Mariah Dobbs, so that she might appear if she wished to make a victim impact statement before a sentence was imposed. The court has now received and reviewed the police reports from all three incidents, as well as the sentence recommendation developed by Mr. Grant from the probation department, reviewed Mr. Gonzalez's criminal history, and reviewed the sentencing memorandum filed by the people through the assistant prosecuting attorney, Sona Movsisian. That being the case, Mr. Hadley, how do you wish to proceed this morning?
Your Honor, we're prepared to move forward with sentencing, and we just asked for an opportunity for a brief allocution in response to the sentencing recommendation.
You may proceed, sir.
Your Honor, we do concede that there are some mental health issues. I think both the prosecutor and the probation department both hit on this issue. I would note that Mr. Gonzalez has already spent 50 days in the Wayne County Jail lockup. And I really think that the goal at this point would be mental health. Again, getting him into the anger treatment classes and the mental health treatment that he needs. We understand the people's position of asking for the 6 months, the maximum amount. But we would argue, Your Honor, that our position is time served would be the 50 days appropriate at this point in time to allow him to transition back into, again, getting patient treatment on the outside versus doing it from the Wayne County Jail. With that being said, Mr. Gonzalez, is there anything that you would like to say to the judge or to the court here before, I'm sorry, to the judge and probation department before we move forward with the sentencing?